When Colin and Chris bought their new home in California, they had no idea what they were buying. They firstly paid attention to the external and internal components as well as the condition of the housing. When buying, they received a huge, beautiful dressing room, a spacious kitchen, and a cozy dining room. When they purchased a house, the date of construction of which was dated 1969, they learned from the seller that the house has an unusual feature, namely a large hole in the yard. When exactly did this hole appear? As it turned out later, it appeared during the Cold War. But no one knew in what condition this structure was. Colin and Chris decided that this room is something like a basement, but after a while, when they moved into their new home, they decided to find out what is inside. But when Colin managed to open the trapdoor, which had been closed for years, he found a ladder that went deep down, but it rusted over time. When they went down, they found a metal door and were surprised because what could be found in the bunker? After all, the Cold War has long been over. As you know, at the end of World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union were fighting for control for Europe. Therefore, the presence of weapons of mass destruction on both sides started a war of propaganda that lasted for several decades. So many countries began to build small shelters for officers, and after that, many citizens decided to build smaller shelters for themselves. So when Chris and Colin went inside, they were surprised because the bunker was equipped with everything necessary for life, in which you can see water, medicine, and even canned food. The place was for 4 people, and the most remarkable thing was that all these things were wrapped in a special paper. The new owners decided to calculate how much time there would be enough food for 4 people and found out that with this amount, they could last here for about a month. They also found a famous brand sweater in the bunker, which still exists today. Later, they came across canned food in closed boxes, which at one time were sold at a very high price. Digging through things, they found medicines that had long expired. The first aid kit contained everything from pills to gauze, bandages, and ointments. They found a cookie jar on the shelf along with other multi-purpose food items. Science fiction-themed magazines were also prepared for entertainment. The bunker also contained old paper towels of a popular company at that time and many plastic cups that were first made in 1907. Surprisingly, the most popular thing they saw in this bunker was ground coffee of various sorts, which was on almost all the shelves. Some were even unopened and rusted with age. Probably such a large amount of coffee was because the owners were lovers of this drink. So in the event of a nuclear war, they should have a sufficient supply of this delicious drink so that they could survive this difficult time. The bunker was located at a depth of 55 meters and its area was about 35 meters. The new residents wanted to find out who owns the idea of building bunkers, so they began to conduct numerous studies, as a result of which they found out the owner. It was Alvin Kaufman, a nuclear engineer who had built his hideout back in 1961. He knew that if there was a nuclear attack, it would be difficult for people to survive, so he decided to protect himself and his entire family from imminent death and spent a large amount of effort, time, and money on construction. The new owners of the bunkers were incredibly happy to learn about the history of their new home. And they were also happy to have such a room on their territory. The bunker is of great value not only for history, but also for its new owners. The couple don't know if they will touch the space or not. They say they will leave it untouched for the next generation of residents. That's all for today. Write in the comments, what would you do if you found a mysterious bunker in your yard? If you like the story, please give a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye!